This is Tish. She's got a secret, and it's hidden inside this red bag. Is she bisexual and recently divorced her wife? Is she asexual and has never had a relationship? Or is she transsexual and scheduled for surgery next month? We'll open up this bag and a whole lot more coming up on Baggage. Hi, I'm Jerry Springer, and welcome to Baggage, where singles reveal their deepest flaws for a chance to find a romantic partner. Right now, let's meet our dater. She's a hypnotherapist from Fort Myers, Florida. Please welcome Tish. Oh, hi, Tish, how are you? Very nice to meet you. A hypnotherapist.
Yes.
So you do what?
Well, basically what I do is help people get over fears and anxiety, such as stage fright, or help them lose weight or quit smoking cigarettes, so...
Now, what kind of guy are you looking for?
I'm looking for a more mature guy. I'm fine with washing the dishes if he mows the lawn, you know? Somebody that's fun and spiritual and easy to get along with.
You want a guy... So you don't want a guy, you want a landscaper. All right. Well, Tish, we've got 3 awesome guys ready to meet you. At least they're awesome looking. We'll find out what their baggage is. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Let's do it. He's a graphic designer from Washington, D.C. Help me welcome Jeremiah.
Hi, Tish. I'm musically inclined. I sing, play piano, bass. I'm looking for a woman open-hearted, open mind. We can go out and do some romantic things.
Well, up next, he's a bartender from New York City. Say hello to Dominic.
Hi, Tish. I'm a huge sports guy. I enjoy coaching kids football, baseball, and basketball. I also love music, 80s. I need somebody to let the hair down and come out and go dancing with me.
And finally, he's a customer service rep from Chicago. Give it up for Eric.
Hi, Tish. I love to play video games, watch action movies, and looking for a nice, down-to-earth, family-orientated woman that's looking for a little action herself.
Okay, well, as you saw, our 3 guys brought along 3 bags, and as the bags get bigger, so do the embarrassing personal issues packed inside. This way, Tish can decide quickly who she wants to date. Gentlemen, it is time for you to show us your smallest piece of baggage. Let's start with Jeremiah. I have hammer toes, bunions, and corns on my feet.
I guess my only concern would be, in bed, are you going to be rubbing your feet on me? Can you pull off sandals at the beach? Are you going to have to wear sneakers?
Yeah.
Feet, you know.
Yeah, what about that?
Basically, I was a professional dancer for a while, so, you know, it's something that's, you know, always been there, but I can show you it's not so bad.
Oh, goodness.
See that? Yeah. Can be fixed.
Yeah, it can be
And I'm a
fixed.
great dancer.
Okay.
That's the good part.
That's what you should have showed me, some dance moves. There you go. All right.
There you go. But boys and girls, don't try that at home or you'll get bunions. Dominic. I go tanning 5 times a week. A Jersey Shore wannabe.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Aren't you a little worried about cancer? I mean, I understand vanity, but do you really want to risk your life over it?
Well, in the winter, but, you know, I like to go in the natural sun. But, you know, like Jersey Shore, gym tan laundry, but it's mostly to look good for you. I gotta make sure I look good for you.
Well.
Hey. Eric. I'm always full of mucus.
Okay. All right, well, truthfully, I just really don't like human bodily fluids and spit and snot and all that. That's why I'm not a nurse. It's pretty gross.
Yeah, what about that?
I have bad sinuses, it's build up, and, you know, but I could take some medication and try to work out the best way I can, and I would definitely make sure, you know, it wouldn't get in the way of me and her, you know, having a little mouth-to-mouth kissing going on there. And I'll make sure it won't get on her or, you know, only on the places that she wanted them on.
Right.
There you go. Well, there you have it. Up next, Tish decides which baggage won't pass inspection. Now, someone's going home. We're going to find out when we return. Welcome back to baggage. Now, earlier we saw the guy's smallest baggage. We've got Jeremiah, who has hammer toes, bunions, and corns on his feet. Dominic, who goes tanning 5 times a week. And Eric, who is always full of mucus. Now, Tish, it's time for the deal breaker round, and that means revealing another outrageous secret. Now, we've placed their bags here randomly, and when Tish decides which baggage is over her limit, whoever claims that particular bag will, of course, be going home. It is time to unlock more baggage. Bag number 1. I've dropped out of college 4 times over the last 10 years. Bag number 2. I broke an ex's rib because of night terrors. It's one way to break up. Bag number 3. I like to hit it and quit it. Wow, huh? Okay, I tell you what we're gonna do. Let's go through these one at a time. You tell me what your concerns are.
All right.
I like to hit it and quit it.
It's hard to trust a guy that would admit to that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you do it to somebody else, he's definitely gonna do it to me.
I broke an ex's rib because of night terrors. Ooh.
I'm a very light sleeper, so I definitely don't want to wake up to a broken rib.
No.
That's
And
not...
that would wake you up.
That would definitely...
Yeah. I've dropped out of college 4 times over the last 10 years.
So he doesn't know what he wants, but at least he keeps trying.
Yeah. But he has trouble finishing.
He has trouble... Oh, Cherry.
I mean, college.
That's what I meant.
Lord,
That's
where
what
is
I
your
meant.
mind? Yeah. Well, Tish, now it is time to choose the baggage that you just can't handle. And when you do, well, the guy that claims that particular bag will be, of course, going home. So I'm asking you now, Tish, which of these is your deal breaker?
My deal breaker is... I like to hit it and quit it.
Gentlemen, it is time to claim your baggage. Dominic, what about that?
Tish, it's only when I'm not interested in the girl, but when I'm really interested in her, I'm the complete extreme opposite, and I'm super loyal.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dominic, but it is time to pack up and go.
Tish, I'm way better in bed than these guys.
Whoa! Well, 2 guys remain. We've got Jeremiah, who broke an ex's rib because of night terrors, and Eric, who dropped out of college 4 times over the last 10 years. Gentlemen, please join us over on the hot seat.
This is my big bag. I want to be an unmarried father of 3. I really want the family, I just don't want the marriage. Maybe it worked out for the best.
Welcome to the hot seat, brought to you by Intellius Date Check, because no one should date completely in the dark. Now, Tish, we heard your concerns about their baggage. Let's hear what the guys have to say. Jeremiah broke an ex's ribs because of night terrors. Eric, what are your thoughts about that?
That's just unacceptable. I mean, if you with me, you don't have to worry about that.
Hold on, wait. First of all, it only happened once. It was a situation, you know, a little scared of spiders, but with your background, you know, as a hypnotherapist, you could definitely
I could help you
As a
with
hypnotherapist is waking up in the emergency room.
Add to that. Secondly, if we're in bed together, sleeping is the last thing we're going to be doing.
Okay. All right.
All right. right, well, Eric dropped out of college 4 times over the last 10 years. Jeremiah, what are your thoughts about that?
Number one, got my degree. I don't know, this guy can't commit to anything. I mean,
First of all, I can't commit to
point.
something.
You got a
A woman
point.
like yourself, I could definitely commit to.
Could you hold down the fort?
I sure
You can hold down
can.
the fort?
That's right.
Okay. All right.
Why do you keep dropping out?
Well, sometimes I get into things as far as, thinking I was gonna do something like a dental assistant and I didn't want to smell people's breath all my time, so I decided to change out. Now I'm doing something that I want to do, like work as a personal fitness trainer. Also, I'm certified in yoga, so I want to continue to keep on doing something that I like doing, not just for a
Looks
paycheck.
like my hypnotherapy can help both of you.
All right. Well, gentlemen, it is time to step into the spotlight. And I'm going to ask each of you some questions that will help Tish get to know you a little better. So let's start with Jeremiah. Jeremiah, please step into the hot spot. Now, I want you to give me the first answer that comes to mind, okay? Which magazine best reflects your lifestyle? GQ, Sports Illustrated, Billboard, or Playboy?
Billboard.
Tish is very proud of her band. What are you most proud of?
My band as well, but we've won multiple music competitions, so yeah.
I love that you play bass. That's awesome.
If Tish wrote a song about you, what would it be called?
Sexual chocolate? I don't know.
And finally, pretend you're auditioning to be a dancer in Tish's music video.
Oh, wow.
And show her your best moves.
Break it down. All right.
I don't know.
Very good. Very nice. Okay. Tish, what do you think of his answers?
I mean, I really love that you're in a band, and I love that you play bass, because I could use a bass player in my band. So
Work it out.
maybe we could collaborate on some music, and we can work on the night tremors.
Eric, please step into the hot spot. Outside of your friends and family, who do you admire most?
Dr. Martin Luther King.
There you go. What's one thing you're embarrassed about owning?
I own a pair of handcuffs and ain't for arresting people.
What do you do that makes you an amazing lover?
I listen to what the woman wants,
All right.
And finally, Tish is also a singer. Show her how you'd pose for her next album cover.
Strike a pose.
Very good. Very good. Okay, Tish, what do you think of his answers?
I really like your choice for MLK. I mean, a strong, powerful black leader who changed the world. Very impressive choice. I like that a lot. I like your moves there. Very interesting.
Okay. Well, I don't want you to make up your mind just yet because you still haven't seen Jeremiah and Eric's biggest baggage, and that could change everything.
Oh, no.
And remember, Tish brought some baggage, too. Is she bisexual and recently divorced her wife? Is she asexual and has never had a relationship? Or is she transsexual and scheduled for surgery next month? We reveal the truth right after this. Welcome back to Baggage. I'm here with Tish, a hypnotherapist looking for a man who can keep her in trance. Now, our 2 single guys are about to open up their biggest secrets hiding in their bags, and, well, Tish has to make a final decision. Will she choose Jeremiah, who has hammer toes, bunions, corns, and night terrors? Or Eric, who has sinus drip and drops in and out of college? Gentlemen, it is time to unpack your biggest piece of baggage. Jeremiah. I'm taking a job in Singapore next week. What are you going to do?
Going to Singapore, it's really far, and how long are you going to be gone? Are you looking for a long-distance relationship? There are a lot of beautiful Singapore women out there.
Why are you here trying to meet someone if you're leaving?
Well, in this day and age, it's entirely possible to make a situation like this work. It's a great job, and, not to brag, really good money, so
Yeah.
I can fly you out whenever,
Eric, please reveal your baggage. I just moved out of a homeless shelter. Well, apparently he has a place to live now. That's the good news.
Yeah, it looks like they're both doing something with the home here. One's leaving home and one finally found a home. It's kind of a tough one. My concern isn't the dropping out of school and the having trouble finding a home. Obviously, I'm looking for stability. Remember, I said that in the beginning, holding down the fort.
Yeah.
And you don't really have a fort, so.
Eric, what's going on?
Well, when I first moved up here, I didn't have anywhere to stay because I was going out for an interview to be a caretaker where you stay inside people's place and take care of them. That didn't work out, so I had to do something, and so I had to go into, emergency shelter. But now I got myself together, I'm going to school again, working, and I have my own place.
Okay.
All right. There you go. All right. Jeremiah, tell Tish why she should choose you and not Eric.
Well, again, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but at this point, he's just getting his feet wet. I'm not sure he quite knows where he's going. I do know where I'm going, and sweetheart, I want to take you with me.
You know you're.
Of course, I don't know why you brought up the subject of feet, but Eric, tell Tish why she should choose you and not Jeremiah.
First of all, you don't have to worry about the long, exhausting flights, and you definitely don't have to worry about waking up to a cracked rib. If you with me, you wake up to a bliss. Wake up in the morning, I'm there. Wake up at night, I'm there with you as well.
Okay.
There you go. All right, it's time to choose. Will it be Jeremiah, who has hammer toes, bunions, and corns on his feet, broke an ex's rib because of night terrors, and is taking a job in Singapore next week? Or will it be Eric, who always is full of mucus, dropped out of college 4 times over the last 10 years, and just moved out of a homeless shelter?
Jeremiah, you like the music, you seem to really have your head on your shoulders and a career. Unfortunately, you're going so far. I mean, that's a disappointment, a big disappointment. Eric, you seem like a very nice guy. I love your charm, very handsome, very good looking. You're motivated to get going on the right track, and it seems like you are on the right track now, so it's really, really a hard choice.
Tish, it's time to send one of these guys packing.
I'm sorry, Eric, but you just have too much baggage.
Oh. I'm sorry, Eric, but it is time to pack up and go.
Sorry.
That's fine. You was nothing to sneeze at anyway.
Oh. But good for you, Jeremiah and Tish. But it's not over yet. Will Jeremiah be with Tish after seeing her big baggage? We'll find out right after this. Okay, welcome back to Baggage. Tish has just chosen Jeremiah for a nice date, but the roles have reversed, and now, of course, it is his decision. What's the secret in Tish's big red bag? Is she bisexual and recently divorced her wife? Is she asexual and has never had a relationship? Or is she transsexual and scheduled for surgery next month? Jeremiah, of these 3 possibilities, what would be the toughest one for you to have to accept?
Wow. Probably transsexual. Not because, I don't judge, but I'm just not that kinky,
Yeah. And plus, if she's going to have the operation next month, then she's going to be a guy, so you'd be going out with a guy.
Yeah. It's not really my style.
Hey, that's you? Okay. All right.
Really?
Well, let's see what it is. So therefore, Tish, please reveal your baggage. I'm asexual and have never had a relationship.
Wow.
Whoa. What are your concerns about that? At least you'd be first.
That's hard, because you don't want to get into a relationship wanting to have to train someone and feel like, and I'm not saying, this is how you do it, but, that's probably the main concern.
So, Tish, what about that?
I'm kind of old school, and I just prefer to have intimacy with somebody that I actually care about and that means something to me. Sex isn't like the most important thing for me, but it is important with the right person.
Okay, all right. Well, Jeremiah, hearing that, I now have to ask you, can you accept Tish's baggage?
Tish, I can accept your baggage.
Yay! bartender for two at the world-renowned Mastro Steakhouse in Beverly Hills, and we will see you next time.
I'm very happy you accepted my baggage.
As am I. Glad you accepted mine. You know, we could make the best of this before I go to Singapore. Maybe a little connection, make some beautiful music. Yeah.